Hello and welcome back, BitMonger family. Monger here, and in today's video I'm going to give you the goods on how this guy here has made a ton of money investing smartly. Now, I know I speak slowly and I'm a stoner, but I'm a highly functioning one, and life has treated me really well. Little backstory, not that long ago, 8 years ago, I was just a working guy, and investing wisely has made me millions. I now own multiple properties, cars, stocks, crypto, cash reserves. My life is really good, and it all happened because I invested primarily in Bitcoin and crypto. Now, you're probably saying, that's risky as fuck. Well, back in the day when I was doing it, I would be more inclined to agree with you. But if you're paying attention to today, we have nation states, corporations, high net worth individuals, CME, ETFs, all piling into it. We even have Crypto Hour in CNBC and Bloomberg and all these big publications, production companies. They're covering it now. They used to laugh at it. They used to make jokes of it. And now they've absolutely embraced it. So, you want to be paying attention to disruptive technology, and in particular, Bitcoin. It is an asymmetric bet. It's coming for everything, guys. It's coming for everything. Now, whether you believe that or not, I'm still going to show you this indicator that's very simple to use and that can make you a ton of money. But the key is you need to be patient. People who trade too much usually lose their ass. People that are emotional usually lose their ass. So the key is separating your emotions and buying the fear. Let me show you. So here we are looking at Crypto Fear and Greed Index. And you can see right here, guys, it's currently at 52. And the time you want to be buying in any market, generally speaking, is when there is extreme fear. Extreme fear. So you can see the chart, and when it's going down here, when it's in the red, that is when you want to buy. When everybody's screaming it's going to zero, fucking Chicken Little is at the fucking screaming at the top of his lungs, everybody's pessimistic as fuck and thinks it's a sham or whatever. People are, in this sort of, saying these types of things, that is when you want to be running into the burning building and buying as much as you fucking can, because when you buy it down here, it pops up and you win. And right now, this isn't showing the longest chart. This is only going back to 2023 for some reason. But let me see if, I don't have the other one open. But they have these other charts, and all you need to do is look at when we have extreme fear. So when it's in the red, preferably when it's below 20 on the fear factor. When it's under 20 is a safe time to be buying it. And then you be patient, and you wait for the fucker to go way back up here, and when it gets into the green, or near the green, is when you start taking your profits and you scale out, and you win. And then you wait. And maybe you take those big winnings and you slap it into a really good dividend stock, or you want to diversify it, and that way you have an income coming in. In the future, there's going to be a way in which you can earn yield off of Bitcoin. So all of that's coming forward. You can look at my other videos about other assets within crypto that I'm bullish on, or that generic portfolio that I constructed. But that's how you do it. Now, if you don't have a lot of money, there's another way that you can play that, but it is way more risky, and that is using leverage. And I'll make a video later on leverage trading. But essentially what you can do with leverage trading is you can buy it when it's down here in fear, and you can put 5x, 10x. You can put insane amounts of leverage. I generally would recommend that you don't go above 5. I have used more, but that's just because I have a successful history of using it. Most people wreck themselves with it. In fact, I think it's only about 93%, maybe something like that, around 93% of people get absolutely wrecked, and only 7% are winners. So it's something that you have to think about if you use leverage. But if you're buying it when it's in extreme fear, you most likely can't go wrong. And if you slap a leverage bet on there, let's say it's on the bottom and you use 10x leverage as an example, and you slap in $5,000, right? So you're leveraging 50 grand, and if you look at what Bitcoin did in the last bear cycle, it got all the way down to, I think it was like 15.5 or something like that. I was buying it when it was under 20. Since then, it's gone up to 123. I'm winning. I'm making bank, guys. And it's not that hard. I also keep some money that I use for trading, but that's more of a hobby. My big bets go in when you see this type of shit. And that's how I'm winning, guys. Okay? And, yeah, it's worked out well for me. Yeah, I'm a single dad. I managed to send my son to a really good international school in Bangkok. You know, it cost me like 25K. Probably cost me more than a lot of you guys spend for your yearly, living in the Philippines or wherever, in Cambodia or wherever you're at. Yeah, and I was just spending that on my son's tuition for his school. I want him to get a good education. Education is important, and you have to pay a lot for it if you want a good school that's accredited in Southeast Asia. That's just the way it is. But yeah, guys, this is how you can make the money. Right now, the market is frothy. It has been going up. We've been in a bull market for quite some time. So I don't think we're going to be seeing extreme fear anytime soon, but you never know. Things do happen. You do need to be careful of buying extreme fear, though, when we are entering into a bear market. And there's another indicator that you can use for that. Generally speaking, well, I'll put a link in the description to show you top indicators. Right now, I don't think the market's at a top. In fact, I believe that when the Fed starts dropping interest rates, and eventually they will, they might do it with these horrible jobs numbers. But when the Fed starts dropping interest rates, guys, that's when the money printers start turning. Liquidity goes up. Easier to borrow money. It's like a turbocharger on an engine, and it essentially pushes money into more risky assets, and that's when you see these things absolutely rip. So you want to be in a position for that. But yeah, guys, if that's the simplest way, is wait for when there's extreme fear in a bear market. In a bear market, wait for there to be extreme fear. Watch it. Deploy. Be patient. Wait for it to go up into these areas here. You can see where it topped out here at these different times. It's gotten up here. You can start selling when it starts getting near 80. Extreme greed is above 80. But as soon as you're, getting near extreme greed, you can start taking profits and waiting for a pullback, or waiting for it just to go back into a extreme fear entry. All right, so there you have it, guys. I suggest you consider that. look into those plans, be patient, and then execute. If you can, it can absolutely change your life. And you can have chicas like this, man. I mean, I've taken gals like this, I swear to God, man. I've taken some beauties like this on holidays all over. And, you know, having a lot of money certainly makes life easier. Doesn't solve all your problems, I'll tell you that. But when it comes to having a sweet little sticky thing beside you that's attentive and caring, helps a lot. Now, you know, I'm not saying money can buy love, but it certainly can buy other things. Yeah, and hey, man, who wouldn't want to have some little sweet little thing like this hanging out with you on a nice resort? Know what I mean? All right, guys. Hope you're all doing well, and Monger on.